There are some things in this world that we don't understand. That's why we're here. Hello, everyone. I am Lady Zelda Kelly with Seeing Crime, and today is August the 12th, Tuesday of 2025. And if you watch Ghost Adventures, then you'll know what that little intro was all about. And I hope that it made you smile because, well, we need things to make us smile. Have you seen or heard about the Morrissey emails? Well, of course you have. And, here we are with more Karen Reed folly coming out. And it's not Karen. It is surrounding this poor woman. Now, I'm also going to say, for those of you who don't know, Judge Beverly Canone has signed off on her getting her property back. That is her phone and her SUV. What do you think she's going to do with all this? Well, I'm sure she's going to have it looked into. And I'm sure that whomever was holding on it tried to make sure that nothing was attached or left to. But you know what? I don't put anything past these thugs. So I'm here today because I want to know, and I know you want to know, what is going to happen with these emails. What is it all about? Is there more coming? The last time we read, we saw messages of concern. We talked about it, and I want to thank you so much again for being there this past Saturday night. We had a time. It was so much fun. And that was with attorney Melanie Little. And thank you so much, Ms. Melanie, for gracing us with your presence. And I hope we can do it again soon. Let's get started. We have the House of Zelda, we have the Mythic Tarot, and we have the Kipper deck. Now, I like to start out with the Kipper deck. We're going to put these to the side. Let me know if you see something in the cloth that's worth looking at as far as energy is concerned. And we're going to take a little ride through distant horizons. We're going to see exactly what's coming. We've asked spirits, guides, angels. Now, I have shuffled before. I turned my camera on, but I like to shuffle with you. Look at this. The house. What house is that? Oh, I would say 34 Fairview Road. John. Doesn't that look like John? I sure think so. I would love to visit 34. The family room. Now, my friends, I want to point something out. This family room comes out constantly. It was, I believe, Brian Higgins in the first trial that testified that he was in the family room. And it was Brian Albert who testified that they went upstairs to look at some family portraits. Which one was it? I believe it was the family room. We're getting spots and little trickles of truth from Higgy Baby. And look at this succession of cards. I'm going to the light here. Let me fix my lamp. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Maybe sorta. Way better. Okay. Look at what we have out here so far. The distant horizons. Oh, this means we need to continue to look because there's so much more to come. What is coming? Well, more information about the house, more information about John, more information about the family room. And some of these things in the emails are just totally sickening. Disgusting. Let's put out two more cards. A mature woman and the lovers. Mature woman, that could be Jennifer McCabe. And I believe that it is. Now, we're not going to say anything in the chat that we are not supposed to, nor in this video. And I'm not a lawyer. This is entertainment purposes only. But I'm going to say this. I think there was some residual thoughts and feelings about John from this person. I think there was some jealousy toward Karen. I think there was some animosity there. Let's check in with the Mythic Tarot. Let's move the house cards. Okay. Welcome to the House of Zelda, right? Let's see. The Hierophant. The Nine of Swords. The Page of Pentacles. So we're seeing all this in the emails. I'm going to tell you in a minute. King of Swords. We'll lay out some more here, and it's just a quick jiffy. What's on the bottom of the deck? The King of Cups. I believe this King of Cups has always been represented by Dr. William Reed. That's Mr. Reed, Karen's father. He shows up a lot. And it's because he's, I'm going to say, the ruler, the king of his family. Let me put this over here. The Hierophant. Now, this is a spiritual card, but can I point something out to you you're going to love? Look at the hand gesture that he's making. Wasn't that what Karen liked? Isn't that what they still continue to do? Okay, so this Hierophant is a spiritual card. It's all about transformation. It's all about overcoming things, but especially overcoming things in trials. And in this particular case, we know what it is. The Nine of Swords. Coming against the opposition. Tongues wagging, you see that? So tongues wagging and somebody who's being suppressed. This is the Nine of Swords. This is the thought of the Commonwealth coming after Karen, thinking that they're going to come after her from every which way but loose. They're wanting to impose sleepless nights, stress, and duress because they could not believe that she did not plea. And you know the sickening part of this whole thing? They wanted her to plead. No, I'm going to say they knew. They knew that Karen was not guilty. They knew it. They still know it. And yet they wanted her to plea because it would have made things easy for them. Desperation causes dangerous people. The Page of Pentacles, an announcement of all of this money, and we have been seeing that in the emails as well. Hiring a previous law firm that Morrissey helped open. I'm going to say it that way for those of you watching all around the world. Invoices of clothes that they wanted to clone. Dr. Wrenchler, I'm going to say it Wrench, Dr. Wrench, like John, down to underpants. What does that have to do with anything? King of Swords. This is a person making a legal decision. King or queen, the energy is the same in this particular reading, and it is someone that is imposing some type of law. Supposed to be balanced and fair. However, We're seeing how this goes. I need to get some new cards on here. So let's confirm this King of Swords. Tell us more about this. Tell us more. I mean, I want to know what sanctions, what's going to happen, the world. Okay. This is what they don't like, and this is because the world is watching. And the world has been watching all of these legal, I'm going to say proceedings, motions, hearings, everything that has been going on, the world is watching, and they still are. And now what they're doing is they're going through the court of public opinion, which there's going to be some people in Norfolk County who are going to be demanding answers when this is all over. Morrissey writing to the state representative asking for $1 million. What kind of nonsense is that? So let's see. I want to draw out. I want to get something. I want to talk about this Hierophant, because that's very interesting. The counterpart to this Hierophant is the High Priestess. Pardon me, that is Sam moving my camera. The Sun. So bottom line is, the sun is starting to shine. Sunshine disinfects. The sun is starting to shine on this case. A light is being shown on this case. It's on the bottom of the deck. The Four of Cups. We're going to put this to the side a minute because there's a lot coming out. So this Four of Cups is very interesting. Before we go on, the Four of Cups is a card in which someone is holding back. There's information that is offered coming out, and yet someone wants to be maybe even a little petty. It can be someone who, out of stubbornness, does not want to listen. This has been the whole entire description of these emails, in my opinion, because even though the truth was given to these people, they did everything that they could to try to manipulate the truth, hold on, refute, refuse, and it's them sitting and trying to figure out how they could prosecute Karen Reed. Sickening. Think of it. If it were you and I, my friend, if this were you and I know I would be in the pokey, because I would never have had the resources for even the money to start. $100,000 bail, cash. I would have been in there the entire time. Let's see what the... I know this isn't anything new to think of. Okay. This card wanted to turn over and I stopped it and I wanted to pull it out. The Childlike New Beginning. That came out Saturday night. So I think this is looking at things with fresh eyes, a fresh perspective, knowing that there's more to come. But what happens when you are a child with a new beginning? It's all about anticipation. Anticipation of what is coming next. And look what card comes up. And we can't tell. I mean, seriously, you can't tell me that these people aren't starting to be haunted. As in, I didn't think it was going to go this way. What is happening? I'm hearing noises. You know, one of you, and I wish I would have remembered your name, but you'll know and let me know if you see this. One of you said that you had worked at a jail and you or prison, and that you knew for sure, for certain, that even the hardest criminals were haunted by their demons in their cells. And it happens. And I believe it started to happen, and it is happening now. A plan. The plan from the Commonwealth was to hide the truth. Do the best they could to bury it. Whatever truth was given to them in discovery, they did not set out to understand it. They set out to refute it. They wanted her guilty so bad that they lost sight of what their office and what their job represented. I can't talk today. Represented to do. Let's pull out another card. But that was their plan. Stolen. We're going to see some things, but basically they stole Karen's life. Years. Not days, months, but years. Let's get a few little whispers from this Maleficent. We are the day after Mercury retrograde, my darlings, and I'm going to tell you it is... I'll learn to talk again. I promise. So let's begin with this. A man. Okay. So the focus is on John. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Sam was sitting near the camera and it was starting to shake. She's got to be in the act. Okay. The man. So we're getting confirmation on things, my darlings. The moon. So we have John, and the moon card represents a Pisces in the tarot. This is the way of the cards telling us that this is Karen. A garden. Peaceful. Information grows. Oh my. And Chloe enters the reading. Well, my darlings, listen. There's going to be more coming. You're not going to like it. We're not going to like it. But all of this is going to be helpful to Aiden. The Queen of Pentacles. That is Karen as well. Because she was the one, remember, they had a real hard time thinking that Karen came up with all of this money for her defense. The Three of Pentacles. Coming together to give. Coming together to collaborate together. Isn't that funny? Working together as a team. Definitely. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. The Two of Swords. Using this energy in a very intuitive and spiritual way. That is Karen. And believe me, now that she's getting her property, she probably has it back now. You're going to see another side. You're going to see some things transform and split. The 18th of August will be significant. There are more things. There are more things coming out. I just cannot. I'm looking forward to it, quite frankly, because this case is going to be migrating into other cases as we see. But we're going to be seeing much more. Let's get the Queen of Wands. Oh yeah, a fiery. Look at all the queens. Look at all this queen energy. But this Five of Pentacles. That's an interesting card for the CW because I think that they felt they were going to go broke. And Hank Brennan broke them financially because he cost them so much. But here's the funny thing. With this Five of Pentacles, it's a realization that you're in a pickle. And you need to move along. You need to do whatever it is that you can get away from this. They realized that when it was too late. After the damage had been done in the testimony, they didn't bring Aperture back. They didn't bring Ian Whiffen back. They knew. They knew at that particular moment. All of the Queen energy is here because this is ruling energy. And believe me, they gave Karen a lot of kudos. They gave her a lot of energy. And basically there's a saying, I thank thee for the use of thy power. And that's what Karen most likely was saying subconsciously to the Commonwealth, because the more the Commonwealth dug in, the more demonstrations, the more protests, the more donations came in. The Five of Cups. The Commonwealth looked at the situation and what they didn't have, and they were trying to overcome it, and it didn't work. Let's get one more card from the House of Zelda. It's time to look closer. That was a lot coming out last Saturday night with Attorney Melanie. A privileged lady. That's Karen. Oh, there's going to be more. Buckle up. But the 18th of August is definitely significant. That's it for now, my darlings. And there's Sam. She has to show up. I think we'll just leave her there. Thanks a lot for being here, my friends. I appreciate you so much. I'll see you again really soon. Bye for now.